Woof! Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday night with Two Dogs Digs. It's time for our 2024 year in review and some news about what's happening in 2025. So thank you for joining us here on this fabulous, warmer than we expected Tuesday night. We're just grabbing some stuff. So what we're going to talk about today, we're going to do a little review of some news, show you some of the stuff that was our favorite finds and stuff like that, sales from last year. We also did a little mini thrift trip. I took Rick down about an hour away from us in Toronto down to St. Catharines, Niagara area, Canadian side. And we thrifted. If you're in the craft group, you will have seen a couple of our finds there. We got a couple more to show you, just that it was fun as well. And then we're going to talk about 2025 and some changes that are coming up to what we're doing here on Two Dogs Digs and with the Two Dogs Dig videos and the Kennel Club and everything like that. So big thank you to everybody who is joining us here, who's a member of the Kennel Club. Special thanks to Ian. Ian has become a new member of the Kennel Club. Thank you so much, Ian. And hello to everyone else who is here. So Diana's here. Rick is downstairs, but he's not ready yet. Kendra, Michael, Lisa's here. Hello. Hi, Louette. Hi, Nellie. Janet, Tina. Happy holiday for you guys too. Yeah, this will be our last show, but our official last Tuesday show before January, since Christmas Eve is on a Tuesday night and New Year's Eve is on a Tuesday night. And we have such a busy social schedule. Hey, Charmaine, Susan, and Susan. Kathy, let's see, Candace, Heather, and Bob, hello.
Yes, we are in demand.
We're in demand of each other. Hey, Brian and Joel. Let's see. And Lisa, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, that's nice. Sherry, hello. Yes, we did. We came to Niagara. We didn't plan on it. We were supposed to be coming last week, and then we ended up sort of doing it at the very last minute. So, but we did find some stuff down in Niagara. So I guess you missed it. Hey, Don. Hey, Kevin. So there he is. There's my better half who was with
Hello.
us.
I'm out of breath from rummaging in the car and bringing you the box of stuff.
We had to grab a couple of things that were sitting in the car still. So
I grabbed a couple of things too. So
what I thought we talk about first is just for all of us Canadians. I have to start off with the fact that the Canada Post strike is finally over. So if you had packages that you were in the States and they are now going to start accepting delivery, if you were shipping things, they're going to start accepting delivery at USPS, hopefully Wednesday or Thursday. Some of the Canada Post actual sites, even in Canada, are not even accepting anything until Thursday. Today was the first day back. So they've got a few million packages that they're probably going to have to figure out what to do. And some of you, like us, have packages that are sort of stuck. We have packages being delivered in Canada that are stuck right now, and hopefully those people will get them first, not knowing where that they've been. So keep an eye open on that. If you are connecting with any of your buyers, do yourself a favor, be proactive, and actually just send a quick message to your buyers letting them know the strike has now ended. Your packages will start processing, but there will be a backlog, so please be patient and let's sort of watch the tracking together. And maybe every day you kind of pop in and see what the tracking is like, see if you can update people, especially if it happens to be something that's a bigger priced item, because you really want to make that person feel like you're in as much worried about
you care about them as much as you care about their package.
Yeah, unfortunately, some people may have ordered things or they're stuck and they're not going to get there by Christmas. And what we always say is don't be too quick to refund or anything along those lines. What you have to do, if you have anything out there from any service, from selling on an eBay, selling on an Etsy, selling on anywhere, is you need to make sure that the package ends up at some destination. Doesn't matter if it's back to you or to the person. But don't be refunding money from somebody who says, I ordered this for Christmas and unfortunately I'm not going to get it. It's like, well, I'm sorry, I can't refund you the money now, as pleasantly as you can. I can't refund you the money now, and then it will end up being delivered to you. So what you'll need to do is either when the package comes, you'll have to refuse the package and it'll come back, or you'll accept the package. I could probably guess that most of you guys, the buyers are probably going to accept the package. They're going to be happy they got it. So
with any luck, yes.
People, especially if you tell them I can't refund it to you.
Ooh, nice package. I'm going to keep it.
Well, no, the thing is, like I saw, this was in actually another Facebook group. Somebody asked about that. They said they had something that somebody ordered from Etsy in the States. They are in the States. They had an Etsy order for Canada. Their package went to LA and is stuck. Well, the person in Canada said, I want my money back. And they said, what do I do? And that's exactly what I said. You can't give them their money back, because if it goes to them in Canada, they're going to get it. And then you're going to have given them their money back. Other than that, leave it up to the supposed support that the sellers have from eBay or Etsy as the two main ones. With Poshmark Canada, lots of people have stuff that's sitting who knows where for Canada. So those people, again, are just going to have to be patient with it. So, hey, Hadrian. So that's one thing we're really happy about. Another thing we're happy about, strangely enough, is when you get questions on items that just make you laugh.
Yes, we've had a couple of those.
Well, okay, so we had a baggy wall find. And the baggy wall find we had, somehow, I don't even know how it got thrown somewhere. And we thought that we had little cake toppers. Little ballerina cake toppers. And I don't know what I paid for them. $2.99 or something like that. We had two different kinds of little cake toppers. Well, when we went and realized what they were, they're actually the little ballerinas that sit in vintage jewelry boxes that, would bend over and you'd stand and then
what do you see? You people looking at me. I can't spin around in my chair.
Our chitty chitty bang bang in tandem presentation for you all. You see a doll on a music box that's wound by a key.
There we go.
So now the unfortunate thing is they weren't really painted well. Now, we did make sure that we explained to people they weren't painted well. In fact, we thought the only way for us to make sure, this is what we're talking about. This is the little ballerinas.
Like from Blade Runner.
This is the little ballerina. Isn't she cute? Look at her. And she's turning around and around and around and around. Now we'll show you her face. So understand that we explained that these have terrible faces.
But we've been selling them.
People
are buying them.
And so we're listing these.
I think it's like a zombie. What's her name?
At $12.50. And we've actually sold 4 of them already. Plus shipping. $12.50. Yes.
No, it's Gloria Vanderbilt cosplaying as Marilyn Manson.
I think Heather just froze. Do you smell toast? No.
Constantly.
Here's the thing, though. You think that's cute enough? Well, this is a question we got, and it was from for your FYI. My 3-year-old great-granddaughter said this ballerina is a man.
How did she know?
This person looked it up and said, this ballerina is a man. Our response was, you never know. We don't paint them. We just sell them. And they said, yep, you never know. Thanks for being cool. So I just thought it was funny. They didn't buy one. They didn't buy one. They just, did I spell replacement wrong?
Well, it hasn't impacted our sales.
It hasn't Because it's a replacement. It's actually, see, it's spelled right there. Spelled right. It's actually spelled right in there. It's just not spelled right there. It's replacement. So I will revise the listing as we speak.
Yeah.
Just so I can change that to say
you teachers, you're all alike.
You teachers and librarians are all alike.
You're so cool.
Revising it. So yes, we actually sold 4 of those for $48 US.
Yes,
these,
plus shipping.
Plus shipping. So that was feedback fund number 1. Feedback fund number 2 was actually not feedback. It was a question. And people always often ask this kind of thing of us. They say, like, well, what do you do if you got questions? And what do you do if you got offers that are ridiculous? What do you do if... So there's a couple of different things. Normally, when we have offers set on our items, we try to set them at the minimum we want to accept. So if I have a $100 item, I don't want to have someone offer me $1. And so we set... Or 20. We usually set the minimum offer. So on a $100 item, I'll probably set the offers as the maximum I'll even accept from somebody as an offer is $70. So if they do send an offer for 70, I can counter at 85, like in between. But we don't like it when people basically try and get really bad with their offers. So we have this other item, which happens to be a vintage Sesame Street lot. And this is what we had. It's a vintage Sesame Street. It's just some signs from a Sesame Street play set. And and hey, Michael, hello. It is. And no, he doesn't proofread anything. It's up to me. So this little thing came through, and so it was like, when you get something, you can send an offer. Hello, what's the best you can do on this? My son just left Sesame Street and it's already bankrupted me. LOL. But he's obsessed. Thanks. I'm like, okay. I have it $29 plus $8 shipping. It's been up for about 2 months. Not very long. So I have a few watchers, but I haven't had any offers on it. So I thought, you know what I'll do? I said, I will send you an offer of $22 plus $8. So I sent an offer as $22 plus $8 shipping. So basically you get free shipping. And so he got an offer of $30 and he came back with, I can do 20 shipped. I'm like, it's $30 plus $8 shipping. And now you're saying I can do 20 shipped. So I responded, sorry, that would mean selling it at $12. So he wants a $30 item for $12. And so I said, no, I'm pass. What does he do? He comes back with, meet me at 25. So I've already given him $8 off a $30 item, and he still wants me to come down even more. He wants me to come down to $17 on a $30 item. So my message back to him was, nah. If you can afford Sesame Street Place, you can afford full price. I didn't even have to make an offer. He just got me with like
Craig needed some snacks.
I hadn't had my snack. Now, the thing was, I just looked at Rick and I said, this is getting to me. I mean, $12. I did. So I just went, I'm blocking him. So I blocked him as a buyer, thinking that's it. I just sent him this message saying, nah, if you can afford it, you can pay full price, and blocked him. Well, the best part of it all was the message I got the next day. Did you block my husband last night? He was trying to purchase, but it wouldn't let him. Sorry, he is an a-hole. I will purchase this for our son if you're still willing for 30 shipped. It's like, oh, karma.
And then Craig asked me, should we accept the offer?
I said, should we resend the $22 offer?
Has she bought it yet?
No. We did send the $22 offer back out, and she hasn't bought it yet. So, but again,
with any luck, fingers crossed, the eBay gods will make it sell full price, and we won't have to deal with them again.
You have to laugh, or you will cry in some of these cases. So, again, what I normally do if someone gives us a terrible offer, I just decline. I sometimes will write something and then I'll make sure I don't send it that says, hey, you can go shove that. I don't send those things.
Yeah.
I'm very pleasant. And again, a lot of times when people do make an offer, I try to counter back with something that's in between. So, and Adrian has actually been using this method, and I think Julie has as well. And it's worked very well for them. It's like if you have an item that's $30 and you put, somebody offers you 20, counter it half, say, let's meet halfway. So that's what we do quite successful when we do that. Let's meet halfway. So think about that when you are setting offers for your items. Sorry, I got something in my eye. If you are setting offers for your items, is think about putting them at your acceptable offer price at a number you're okay with.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with saying no thank you and moving on.
Susan's done it too.
Craig was extra crispy that night, so normally he doesn't get that emotionally attached to things or emotionally involved with.
I'm Mr.
He was angry. He was.
I think we just watched him. Didn't we watch the Heat Miser?
You needed sugar. You needed something to lift your spirits. So
someone will buy it, and if they don't, all I have to do is sell 2 more of those damn drag ballerinas.
Yes.
So
Gloria Vanderbilt cosplaying Marilyn Manson as a ballerina.
I honestly think that the Sesame Street pieces were like a nickel a piece. It was part of like a giant bag of stuff that I got from somebody at a sale. So
it was a garage sale. It was a little girl. I thought it was the same place you got some of the Bratz dolls.
It might very well be. So, but yes. So
if there's no use getting really emotional about it, just no, sorry, no thanks.
No. Now, what we did want to also just sort of show you right now is, as well as over the past month, is we have done okay.
Yeah, surprisingly better this month.
The end of December for us actually did move quite well for us. We actually ended up over, if we look at a month to month, since we're in the middle of the month, and we don't mind showing our numbers. There's our sales for the 30 days, $4,300 for the 30 days. And remember, that's in US dollars. And the Canadian dollar just dropped again today. So when we list in US dollars, we're making more money when that Canadian dollar drops. And it's 47% higher than the previous month. So we're really happy about that. And that's actually one of the things that we've talked about. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in the new year. With our first show in the new year is going to be things to think about for 2025. And a lot of people, even our Etsy shop, we set our prices as US prices. And there's reasons behind why we do it. And we're going to go into a little more detail on that and we'll do a little mini video explaining that as well. Oh, Sherry said December on eBay has been the best month of the year for me. Yeah, I think it's turned out to be our best month. I hope it continues. And we have sold. We have Mac sold on right now. We have sold stuff on Etsy in the past month as well. We haven't done a whatnot in about a month, but we'll be doing them again probably as we kick into the Christmas period.
A couple of little marketplace sales.
A few marketplace sales as well. Yeah. So it's the past month or so, even though the Canada Post we were lucky enough that we were using a US cross-border shipper. And it's done well. Now, that's another thing that is going on, and we are going to do a video about that, which is cross-border shipping chaos and what's happening with that. We're building that. We've spoken to people from Stallion Express. We've spoken to people from DYK, and we've spoken to people from Chit Chats. So we've got a better grasp on what is happening with cross-border shippers and third-party postage. So we'll be doing that as its own little independent video. USPS is mega behind you. Yeah, I'm sure.
Actually, I've been looking at the tracking for the things we've been sending in the past week or so, and everything is tracking normally. We're having the same sort of delivery periods for everything except one package,
and it is right now. I mean, this is the week of your deadlines,
holiday season too.
Think about that. Usually around this time, when we have some sales, we kind of look at the sale and we make a judgment call if we think it's going to be a present or if we think it's for like a collector. If we sold a Barbie doll today, for example, we would probably expect that it was going to somebody who collects Barbies. But if we sold something else, like a Gloria Vanderbilt, Marilyn Manson drag ballerina, we might send something
Actually,
that says,
the Harry Potter tree skirt.
and a Harry Potter tree skirt we just sold as well. We just send them a message as of this week saying, just so you know, it's moving, it's out, but we can't control that this will get to you by Christmas.
Yeah, if you want it by Christmas, pay for Priority Express. Give me $150.
Yeah.
We'll get it to you.
Lisa says her Facebook marketplace has been fire the last 3 days. So happy we've gotten 5 bulky items with an average of $40 to $50 a pop. That's great. Actually, $40 to $50 is doing really good for Facebook. Heather said her local auction house came yesterday and loaded up a truck and a van with all their stuff to auction, probably in February, because Heather and Bob are moving. They're downsizing. Tina said she took a package to the post office just before the show, as she could self-scan it and drop it in the box to leave tonight. Good for you. Jennifer said she had one issue, delivery a little bit late. And Brian said just shipped a package from Windsor to Oakville using UPS, dropped it off at 1, and it was delivered today at 6:30.
That's fantastic.
Wow, a day. So glad to see that everybody there is still plugging away with your sales. And hopefully Brian and Charmaine, who are doing this amazing Facebook challenge weekly that we keep seeing what they're doing there, they at least take a little bit of a break between Christmas and New Year's. I mean, I know you want the money, but you never know. We're actually probably going to be posting stuff I'm asking Rick tomorrow. We're going to be taking some pictures of stuff that I want to post that are in Facebook Marketplace because they're local pickup and potentially good. No, you're just taking pictures. I am posting them. You're just he hates Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I have no love for it.
No love at all. So today and yesterday, we literally just got back an hour before the show. As I say, I took Rick for a little trip just to do a little bit of let's get away. We were going to go to the States last week, but then it snowed and we said no. So we did this. And we haven't been to a lot of these in a while.
I pitched a hissy. No, I don't want to go. No, you can't make me. No, 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 no.
But if I take you to the casino in Niagara Falls?
Maybe. Let's look at the weather.
So we did go.
There were like 3 feet of snow in Buffalo. So
I don't know.
We didn't go.
I don't know. I just got to go back to here for a second, Rick, and see. I don't know. We did do a couple of pictures of things that we recently posted, and I'm just trying to see if I can find a picture or two, one or two of them.
Are you going into Facebook?
Yeah, I didn't have them prepped, obviously, for me.
Elisa's asking what I like about the casino. I have my own personal bank machine. I whisper in his ear, I need more money. And it magically appears. So that's what makes me happy.
Okay. So I'm still working on this. So yes. Okay. So let me see if I can pull these over. This is, hold on a second. This is Rick the Reluctant. Look what he ended up finding. Very strange in one aspect. Rick, will you chat while I go find something else?
What, the Dynasteam or
the two things? The two things.
Actually, yeah, that Dynasteam unit was sitting at the bottom of a pile of boxes. Craig pulled it out and said, "This is interesting. It's for weeds." So we opened it up, looked at it, plugged it in, make sure it turned on. And I think it was $10. It was pretty inexpensive. So
it was 14.
14. They retail for like $250.
It was 25% off for seniors, and I'm old.
That's right. You're old.
So we got that, and then you found those two.
Yeah, the two plant hangers. They're really kind of cool. They're metal, and then the little hanger parts are leather. And I found them on a website. The little one retailed for I think $89 or 89 euros. The large one retailed for 129 euros. So someone from Europe brought them over with them and got rid of them. So
did you say how much Did you say how much the steamer retailed for?
The steamer retailed for $250, I think you said.
$249 at Canadian Tire.
Yep.
And we got it for $12. So we're gonna try it and see if it works. Because we do have
Yes,
some
because
weeds.
winter is the perfect time to get a weed steamer.
No.
And as Don says, it's to get the wrinkles out of the weeds.
Then we happened to find this as we went, and this was in that same store. And we walked by, and I love when you see like a table like that has all sorts of stuff that looks like it's new stock. And this was new stock that we found there. Looked at the other stuff, but this was what we grabbed. I immediately saw this. This is Baby Alive food. So it's the doll, the little Baby Alive doll, and you actually feed it food, and it poops. And well, it does. And so this is actually the powdered food that you mix up for the Baby Alive dolls. And this is a package. And you can actually see that in here, you can see they actually had them at some point. They were selling them for $5 a piece. There's a $5 sticker on. They were $1.29. You see that? And look at this. Not just that, but in total, there were 27 of these that we ended up getting for $1 each. And they actually sell, and I'm saying sell, for $10 a piece.
Yep.
So we're probably going to put them into, we did see a couple of people selling singles, but we're going to put them into threes, like packets of threes, since we have 27. And we're going to put them at $30 for 27. So $3 Canadian. So that's like $225 US as our investment in, to hopefully make $30 US plus shipping. So we will easily, hopefully, clear if we can sell all of these. All we have to do is sell one set of 3, and we pay for everything.
Yeah, we'll probably subsidize a little bit of the shipping too.
We might do that. Not us. We steam it. Oh, I've sold vintage of that. Oh, Hyder just said, I started listening in after months of doing nothing. Life. Sold an Avon Christmas calendar within 2 full days for a full price of under $50, right? And a vintage German manual slicer in 5 hours.
Nice. It does kind of remotivate you. It remotivates.
Hans will come to your house and slice for you.
He says it remotivated him, so that's
he's quite old, Hans, the vintage German slicer. So those are a couple of things that we actually ended up picking up. The other thing, so today we went out, and did you have something you wanted to show, Rick? Because you said you had a couple of things there.
Yeah, I have a couple of things. This is from that same store that was 50% off. It's priced at $10. It's like, oh, it's a little case. I wonder what's in it. Well, I opened it up and thought, oh, that's kind of cool. It's actually a pool cue. And it looks to be a really nice pool cue. I haven't looked up comps or anything yet, but we paid $5, no tax. I'm happy with that. Another thing I picked up today, you know me and my statues and my religious statues. I picked up this glorious statue. It was $14.99 less 30% because Craig is old and gets the senior discount. This can list for up to $350 US.
Yeah, that's the thing is
repeatedly. So
Rick Reluctant picks up religious stuff, nativities, and boob ladies. This is not a boob lady, but you remember he sold there. Well, you sold the 10 Commandments thing. You sold you sell religious stuff all the time. So
I do, and I seem to be able to pick up statues that nobody else is looking at, or they look at the price and go, "Ooh, that's too much."
And it's $10 to $20 investment. Now, a lot of people, you wouldn't think about investing $10 to $20, but he's flipping these for $150, $200, $250 or more. So sometimes they're short flips. The 10 Commandments took us about how long?
The 10 Commandments I didn't list for about 2.5 years. From the time it was listed until it sold, maybe 7 months.
Yeah, 7-8 months. And then, but then, like, one of the other things that he bought like that, I think the Jesus on the cross, that was like under a month.
That was under a month.
Yeah. What is the brand of the statue? Is there a brand on that statue?
There is nothing written on it. So there's actually no marker on it. I did a Google search and it does have a name, but no brand. That's why I like to pick things up, put them in my cart, do the Google search. Even if I hadn't found that on Google, I would have paid the $10 for it because it is higher quality. It's not cheap resin. It actually feels like it's made out of stone.
So that was one. So it turned out to be the 8.5 commandments. That was one thing. Then we went to another one today that we weren't even planning on. We went to Value Village because it's 30% off for Senior Day, but we ended up
Let
going
me sit in the car. Let me sit in the car.
Sit in the car. No, I said no.
Yeah, you're coming in.
Gambling money. You have to come into every store. And so we got to this Goodwill that we'd never been to before, and we turn, and in this one end of a Goodwill thing is this bags of Christmas ornaments, like bags, 9 bags.
Well, there are like 15 bags in the container, but we didn't take all of them.
We didn't take all of them. And this is what I reckon I'm trying to get to that. I'm over here. This is what the bags were. They were $5.99 a piece. Now, the thing about them was I immediately said to Rick, "Oh, look." And he went, no, they're new. And I went, no, they're not. Now, this is the little, I mean, it's not a cheat, but this is the thing. This is the reason we bought them. I've got to do more research on a number of these different things. But what I did manage is I could see inside, and this happens. Here's one of the ones that's really cute. But I could see inside the bag, and what you do is you look at the capper. And the capper there, which you can barely see, says on it, West Germany. So I know it's West German. It's older. In one of the bags, I found that and that and that. There's some that are newer, obviously. There's some that I reckon that some that may have like a chip on them and things like that. But this is it. Like this was, we literally grabbed every bag that we could find. Now I've got to open all these bags and see, but I can tell from looking in there that there's a couple of things that may very well be Christopher Radko. That bear might be a Radko. I do see things that are older. I do see some things that are nicer and newer as well. But like even these little guys, these are old little mini glass ones. And the way they did it was they split up obviously somebody's house, because I have this blue bell, 2 of them here. And I have like another blue bell in another bag and another blue bell in another bag. So I guess we got maybe 20 plus ornaments, Rick, in each of these bags.
Yes.
On average, 20 ornaments.
So almost 200 ornaments.
So almost 200 ornaments, and the total cost was $50. And again, I got to do a real research, but all 3 of these, for example, these 3 vintage pieces are all marked West Germany. So, and these are usually $5 to $10 ornaments a piece. So,
yeah,
we're hoping to make good money on that.
Sherry's mentioning the Yes Virginia Facebook group for help with identifying.
They do have files on how to identify caps.
Very familiar with them.
Christopher Radko caps are really hard to identify, and some of the others have blank caps on them, so you have to kind of look at them and go, I don't really know how old this is. My assumption is going to be based on the type of glass this Santa is, whether it's a vintage inspired Santa or whether it's Google imaged and I can carl this specific Santa to see what it actually turns out to be. Sometimes if we have others like this, actually just says, well, this says on it, made GDR. So that's Republic of Germany.
The German Democratic
And
Republic.
this is actually very heavy. It's a heavy one. So again, this was a lot of fun. Seeing that was just like, yay, this is really good.
Are you playing with the dangly things?
And
Dangly
then
things.
we saw something else. So then we go to another store on our way home. This is literally our regular store. Our regular store, the store we go into all the time. And
oh no, this is not the one. Yeah, the one up north.
Yeah, the one
where I stole the Christmas tree from the old bat.
Where you didn't steal it, where you took it from the old lady. But we go in there. Rick said, "I'm not going in." I did the other. I said, "No, you're coming in." I want to
sit in the car. I really want to sit in the car.
And so what?
I'll come in.
This is so we go in.
So far away.
We're walking around, and what do we end up finding in this store? Here's Rick. What do we end up finding in this store? A set of 4 vintage Canadian made Danish design stools. Look there. That's the chairs.
Ugly fabric.
Ugly fabric. Really nice chairs with really nice design on them. A little scratched and scuffed here and there.
Yeah, a little bit of wood oil and you won't see the scratches.
$11.99 each. So again, some of you may not look at something like that, but for chairs that are of this design, like you can see on the back there, this design aesthetic, mid-century modern. I didn't take a picture. I don't think I have a picture of the actual underside of them that you can actually see.
No, it doesn't matter.
It's there. It says Furniture Craft from Montreal. Not only that, but you can see this other thing that Rick found. Oops. Right here, this big long white thing.
Another knitting machine.
Another knitting machine. We flip knitting machines so well. I don't know. I think they might be teak. I'm pretty sure they're teak. But Rick has to. That's the one thing I've never been really good at is figuring out teak chairs from other kinds of wood. That's something I got to learn. That's my 2025 goal.
To me, they're a tiny bit like to be all teak. So
the design is great. The fabric is hideous. Not only that, but you can actually see this other thing Rick found, which I would have passed completely by.
Yes. It is a bento box. And it will sell, or it sells new for $97. I paid $5.
That's not Dick Van Dyke.
It's not?
Yeah, he paid $5 for it. So he held that up and I was like, what are we buying this for? I don't. Again, that's what I got to learn. But still, the mid-century modern aesthetic is really good, and that's the reason. That's part of the
Diana
reason.
thinks they're maple. Her gran had a similar size.
Okay. But yeah,
whether they're maple or teak, they're still a nice design, and they are teak colored.
And we did have to do a little bit of searching because I actually found 2 of the chairs, and then I said, "Rick, there's only 2." And we walked down this aisle, and I spotted across an aisle. I said, "There's a 3rd," and he ran around to get the 3rd. And I went, "There's got to be a 4th." So I had to walk all around this sort of. They have like 4 rows of furniture and stuff piled on top of a stuff piled on top, and I found the 4th. So we got all 4 chairs. So we're going to be selling those as a set of 4, probably in a max sold. We may try and do them on Facebook Marketplace, but and yeah, Dick Van Dyke actually just celebrated his 99th birthday last week. Because he almost died in the California wildfires. I did not know that. I do know he just celebrated his birthday. So we had fun. We did a lot of shop. Did you have something else you wanted to show, Rick, or was that it?
No, that was everything that I pulled downstairs. Both of them.
I had one other thing, which is really strange because sometimes you buy something and you honestly don't know why you bought it, except you had to buy it. And the reason I had to buy it was because I walked into this store. See, I got a video, but I didn't upload the video. So let me see if I can do this right. Let me go here. Hold on a second.
Think Donna Pascal.
So, by the way, if anybody is interested in a Dung MP3 player, Why would you name something? Da-dung. I saw those today. Sorry. It's a little off topic, isn't it?
K-pop.
This is what I saw. So let me hold on. There we go. We go back. Okay, let's see. There it is. Disco doll. Oh my God. It's a disco doll in silver lame. And yes, she was $25. But damn, she had to come home with me. There was no, I don't know why. There was no way I was passing her up. First of all, she's never been out of the box. So great hair. But look at this silver lame outfit. Isn't this?
It's the same. It's the bigger doll than the little telephone operator doll that we had, the Bell telephone doll. It's the exact same doll, only it's like 4 times the size.
Disco doll, or in Canada, Poupée Disco.
Poupée Disco.
I had to get her. I love the background on this too. So she's going to go on display for a little while. She's damn big. I said to Rick, would you ever ship her? And he goes, yeah, I'll ship her.
If I could ship the boy doll,
yeah, then we
and
can
the African American
company called Mighty Star, and actually Mighty Star is known for making a lot of plush things. So again, I could not find her. We did research in the store with her, and sometimes you just got to buy something, you know, because you like the idea of buying something, right?
Yes.
So you had fun on our little trip?
Yep. Oh.
What? She looks stoned? Oh. What is Yes, Horseshack?
No, there is a sold listing on Etsy of a Mighty Star disco doll, but not the one that you have.
Okay.
Somebody that's really ugly. I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Where do I put it? In the private
Facebook chat. Messages, and then I can
private chat. I'm doing it in the private chat inside StreamYard.
Oh, there's a private chat?
Yep.
Oh, I see. I never saw that. Okay, let me see if I can get to that.
And
it's the same background.
Yes, that's how I found
How
it.
You found this, I don't know.
No, but look at the doll we have compared to that one. That doll is a mess. Ours is fantastic. We could get 3 times the price.
It's Well, I love the hair. And she has the box too. And she's a disco doll. I do actually really like that one too. I probably would have bought that. So I don't know if I'm going to make a lot of money on her, but at the end of the day, I really don't care.
Hey, we're going to listen really happy. And let her fly.
You can see how happy I was in the store. I got out of the store. I made my little disco thing. I'm like, yay! This is me. I got my dolly. So I don't know. Sometimes little things make me happy.
We can pose her next to your John Travolta pillow.
Yeah, actually, she could go between the Fonzie pillow and the John Travolta pillow. So, but that was our fun.
She's not stoned; she's baked.
The year as a whole was really busy for us overall, and this is where we're going to talk a little bit as we move into like what's happening with 2025. A couple of things happened over the course of the year that have made us have to look at things a little differently. One of them is the growth of the craft group, the Canadian Resellers and Fantastic Thrifters group. We're growing now at over 100 members a month, which is amazing. I think we're getting close to 45. We're almost at 4,500 now. We might even be over that. We're the largest Facebook group in Canada for resellers. About 80% of our resellers in there are Canadian. But one of the things that we found has happened a lot is with growth comes time. And as you know, that's one of the reasons that we always ask for the support through the Kennel Club as well, is because everything we do, there's no money involved in doing anything that's on the craft group or here. I mean, except unless we have you as a Kennel Club member. And we're still keeping the craft club, the craft Facebook group completely free. But right now we're turning down well over 100 invites, like people who've signed up for it a month. We're signing up over 100, but we're turning down over 100. We are practically, I would say, at least every other day, Rick, we're probably we're denying posts. We're pulling down posts because people are either getting too negative.
Political.
In the past month, a lot of political posts have gone up that we don't let people go in there to talk about. So we're spending a little more time with that, because when we originally started the craft group and paused it, we were actually at like just around 1,500. Now we're over 4,500 members on that. So we're putting some more time into that. The other thing that I found is I think I need to provide, I keep promising to do videos for the Kennel Club, for you guys in the Kennel Club. So you're supporting us with this $3 a month. And we hopefully we're entertaining you for the $3 a month, but we're also giving you things that you can think about that'll be like, wow, I didn't know I could buy this. I can look out for this now. I've added this to my roster, things like that. Hey, thanks, Jennifer. And yeah, that's just it. The posts are really helpful. So we're keeping that going. There's nothing, we're not changing that at all. Green Bay, Wisconsin. We've also had a number of people who asked us, why couldn't you start later with your hall pass? Things like that. So because they're in the West Coast, and 8 o'clock, obviously, on West Coast is 5 p.m. So there's a few things we're looking at doing. One is that we want to try and provide more content for the Kennel Club members. So we have our research deck that you can get there. We probably are going to be restarting that little mini Kennel Club Facebook group so that you can get those things easier. If you want to try and find the stuff, all I have to try and remind you, if you're in the Kennel Club, all you have to do is when you're on this Two Dogs Digs page, if you go to youtube.com, Two Dogs Digs, there's a thing here that says community. So if you click on community, that's where when we post a video or a link, so that it actually sits there and says, okay, this is for members only versus a regular video. So the video you're seeing right now, everybody gets to see it. But a members only video like a woof will show up there as just for members. So there's one there I did that happened to be a 5-month-old one. But I didn't think we were doing enough. Now, if you want to join the Kennel Club, it's really easy. Just click on join right there. What we're looking at doing is changing up a few things. One, starting in the new year, we're going to be going down to 2 shows a month. We're going to be like the first week and the third week of every Tuesday. So we're going off of our 4-week schedule, our weekly schedule, to 2 shows a month. So we're going to be doing the first Tuesday of every month, and then the third Tuesday of every month. And we're going to keep that consistent. We're going to try for the new year to start at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So that'll be 6 p.m. for BC, 7 p.m. Calgary, Edmonton, Midwest, 8 p.m. for sort of Chicago time, and then 9 p.m. for Eastern Seaboard. Hey, Michael, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thanks, Michael. Now, I know some of us are old, like, not like you, Greg, but I think that might be the boo.
What is the boo for?
Because it's 9 till 10 now if you're in the East
Change
Coast.
in time?
9 till 10.
Or going down to twice a month instead of
Well, it could be
week.
boo for either one. We will be doing other shows. Now, that's the other thing, is the live shows are going to be Tuesdays, first and third Tuesday of every month. We are going to do other shows. We're going to do shows that may show up at other times of the week. We may have haul shows. We may do Thrift It or Throw It. We may do baggy wall hauls. All sorts of different kinds of shows that we may do at other times. So that's going to be something extra. Tatiana says, that's so much better for me. I don't get home till 8 and usually listening to us in the shower. Greg will be asleep. And Rick is allowed to stay up. Do a live general. Yeah, that's something we might do as well. That's a good idea. Or we might look and say adding something like that in as well, to do a live chat. So we're going to try and do some more things. So those of you who are members, the first thing that you'll notice is that tomorrow there will be our first new member video, like our first woof that we've done in a long time, which is going to be about how to date Disney items. Now we've talked a little bit pieces here and there about it. So we've done a little like 10-minute video all about dating Disney. And we're going to try and do this so that in those weeks that we're off, those weeks become a week that we can focus on something else for another video for the Kennel Club. So we're still going to be providing the information, but we're going to be providing a little bit more extra information for those people who are in the Kennel Club. So hopefully everybody's still going to be good with that. We're going to do other things as well. Again, we're going to have, like, even though we're off between now and theoretically the first Tuesday of January, I know I'm going to do a baggy wall haul video on like a Sunday afternoon between Christmas and New Year's on the Sunday. So if you have bookmarked us or hit the little bell for a reminder, we'll be putting those things up as far in advance as we can so that you will actually be able to see when you subscribe. Like, you'll be able to take a look at that and say, oh, there's something coming up from Two Dogs Digs. And we're going to remind people about those as well in the craft group. So we're hopefully not changing too much other than providing more support to those of you who are giving us that little extra support. Because I just feel like over the past 6 months, I 2 or 3 times I said, I'm doing another video. And then all of a sudden the
life gets in the way.
And life gets in the way and something. So I'm going to do this to focus on helping the like short videos. We're also going to be building more videos just for general audience. So you don't have to be a member, and you'll see a lot more of those coming up as well. There may be some videos that we do that'll be like, might be a watch out for video that will be exclusive to the Kennel Club for 6 months, and then it will become a regular video. So we're going to try and keep all of that stuff rolling, but hopefully you'll all be there for us. Yes, and your special guests will hopefully show up too, Side-Eye and Carl. Yes, so Adrian and Carl and Elisa are all going to still be doing stuff with us. We'll be doing like What Solds. We'll be doing other shows. We'll also be having some of them help us with little special things. So there might be Adrian's going to do a show that's we're going to do a little thing that's for the Kennel Club first. That'll be about the plastic sort of soldiers and stuff like that he does. So we're going to do a little sort of half an hour thing just with him. And then Carl's going to show us how many pages are in his book of images from Thomas the Tank Engine. All right, sorry, I'm still ribbing him on that one. And yeah, you should also get an email, hopefully, for that. Sherry may have Sherry come on to talk a little bit about jewelry, things like that. So some of those might be extra. They might be they could be both places. But for Tuesdays, we just want to try the 9 p.m. Because we did have quite a few people saying, I wish you were on at 9, or I wish you were on at 6 or 7, their time. So trying to be fair and just see if we can do that. And we're also going to try and make sure as well, none of our shows go over an hour. So if we've got more stuff to talk about, then we will be talking about it in multiple shows. So for example, I've got a lot of stuff that's ready for baggy wall hauls. Instead of doing one show that would be on a Tuesday night that would be an hour and 10 minutes, I'm going to break that into a couple of different 30-minute baggy wall hauls that we can put up. And they'll be on the general channel again. So, and I might do them on a Sunday. We've done some stuff in the past year where it's like, oh, Friday, we just did today. Oh, we just did a really good haul. If we did a really good haul, we might just pop in on that Friday night or a Thursday night and say, hey.
Yeah, we're going to try 9 o'clock.
For now, Susan, unfortunately, I want to just try 9 o'clock for now and see. If it doesn't work, then we'll know, because we average right now 40 to 50 people sort of concurrently in the show, and we love that there's that many people watching us live. Thank you, all of you who are watching us live. And then we average quite a few hundred afterwards. So we want to see if we put the show at 9 o'clock and we have 3 people show up, then because Greg's called them all and said, don't watch at 9, then we will go back to 8 o'clock, and it might only be after 2 shows. But that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, well, the extra hour actually gives us more time to set up.
Yeah.
Instead of me, it's a 7:45, Craig, you better get up there.
Thank you. It's the best part of our week too. Again, one of the bigger challenges that we have is every week trying to come up with topics as well. So it's a challenge for us to come up with topics to cover every week. So I think this way you'll see some consistency. You will see what solds, which help a lot of people. We'll keep doing our thrifted or throw it's, and then we'll have occasional other type of topics that we will cover. If there's something big happening, we'll do that as one of our Tuesday shows. But you'll have them and you'll see them out there like well in advance, the first and third Tuesday of every month. So again, we might do the second Tuesday, maybe an 8 o'clock members only one, just with a hey there, hi there, ho there kind of thing. So hopefully, again, we want to make sure that we're providing everybody who gives us the extra support, a little extra support to them, and taking a little bit of pressure off of mainly me from having to get everything ready for every Tuesday.
I do nothing. I argue. I sit in the car.
I just look at him and go, what are we talking about this week? Sometimes. And sometimes it's like,
I give Craig awards.
Gives me awards. Oh yeah, McDonald's toys. And yeah, any suggestions that people have, I would love that as well. So you can send them to me directly in here. You can send them in messages. You can send them as YouTube messages. I'd like to see this. Can you look at something like this? Because that's also, I learned from a lot of these things too. And so when I had to learn for certain things, I had to learn some stuff for this dating Disney thing that I actually was like, oh, I did not realize that. And I did not realize that. And I found a website that wasn't on our website. So I thought, this is a really great website. And I learned something from it. So I love being able to do this to teach, but also learn. Also, for some people who are in the new year who may be watching this sort of at the end of this hour, is we're going to be trying to start. We've had a lot of requests for people who've asked me to do webinars or that are like, how do I start reselling? So I'm going to be doing one of those probably every couple of months. It'll be like how to start reselling. One, it'll be how to sell on eBay. One, it'll be how to sell on Etsy, things along those lines. That will hopefully give people who are newer to this the ability to come in and join us and keep building up the group. But hopefully everybody will be that you won't be too mad at us for going down to the once every 2 weeks. And again, we're not disappearing. We will be there completely for you guys in the craft group on an ongoing basis. That's not disappearing whatsoever. And again, this little Kennel Club Facebook group, you'll learn about it as we talk about it. We might have to do a video on it. But for now, just remember, if you're in the Kennel Club, go to the Two Dogs Digs every once in a while, click on the community tab, and you will see things in there. And even if if you haven't joined us, if you click on community, you'll see whenever we're posting something that's just a regular post, you can also see in there. We're going to try and use the community tab a little bit there as well. But that's why we might start the new Facebook group up. So now it's up to Rick and I to spend the next couple of days identifying 200 balls. Checking our balls out.
We have a ton of box lids, so we're going to open the bag.
Spread our balls over the box lids.
Sort them by size, color, shape, clarity, and cap.
With growth comes change. Thank you, Susan. Brian says, we have a half a bin of McDonald's toys we need to get listed. So many in our original packing. I actually have the same kind of thing too. I've got a bin and a half that I actually want to look at in order to maybe talk to you about this kind of thing. Thank you so much.
Carl, do you have a binder of McDonald's toys we could borrow?
Yeah. Even when there's other info on YouTube, there's so little for Canadians. Love that about this group. Well, thank you. And that's why we got the craft group. We like to try and skew it a little bit. Our YouTube channel is a little more, I think, 60-40 Canadian US. Our craft group is about 85-90% Canadian. So the challenge with McDonald's toys, I'll tell everybody right now, is there's a lot of stuff out there. It's kind of like Disney Black Diamond videos.
Ooh.
A lot of stuff in there that is worth nothing at all. Then there's a few that could be worth a little bit of money. So we'll try and do that. Just divide by the cap. Condition is less important to true collectors. Yeah. I'm not sure where we're going to sell these yet, Sherry. I think we're going to do a whatnot show probably with these because I think it'll be really good. Carl does know about Muppet Babies. That's interesting. And the Chicken McNuggets. We just sold some Chicken McNuggets. So
Yes.
Well, we're at the 59 minutes and 45 seconds. I promised you no more than an hour. Thanks, everybody, again, for all the support that you've given us as members of the Kennel Club and all the regular support that everybody does give us here, whether you're watching now or watching after the show. Rick and I love you guys for being here. We love being a part of your lives in the reselling world. And we hope to continue with you all through 2025, improving what we can provide to you. We'll see you here. We'll see you in the Canadian Resellers and fantastic Thrifters group. Have a very Merry Christmas. We will be putting on a little video, which is our night before Thriftmas little video in the next couple of days, like the weekend. That'll be for Christmas. We will have another video for everybody that'll be a baggy wall haul. So happy Christmas. Happy season's greetings. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays to everybody out there. Stay safe. May your sales be fast and swift and your packages arrive just as much. And may you be lucky and find balls wherever you look. That didn't come out right. I don't know what I was saying there. Happy holidays. Happy 2025, everyone. Whoa.
All the best.
Oh, what's this all about? Balls. Balls. Did you end it? No.